So going back to the influencer thing, at what point did you realize that this can be a career and you're gonna go fully into it? And then how did that evolve into filmmaking and winning actual awards? And that gives you so much credibility.
It's funny. It started. It kind of was a flip flop for me. So the influencing came after.
Okay.
So my whole story as far as career goes, how it started. I was in Kauai High. I was in Spanish class. We were watching a movie. I was doing my science homework because I don't want to do my homework at home. Like, I want to do all my work in school. I want to get off. I want to go surf or fish or play with my friends, whatever I was going to do that day. That's what I wanted to be doing. My Spanish teacher starts chewing me out. She's like, if you're like, what, you're not watching the movie. Like, this is Spanish class. You're supposed to be learning Spanish. I'm like, yeah, chick. I'm supposed to be learning Spanish. I'm watching a movie. What are you talking about? Why can't I be doing my science homework? And like, obviously I was way more respectful than that. I didn't call her chick. I was very just like.
It was professor.
Yeah, I was like, I don't understand why I can't be doing my science homework. She got super mad. Kicked me out of class. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm going to photography. My teacher, Bullocks, super cool guy. He'll let me do my science homework. It's an elective class. I get in there. He's like, what are you doing here? Told him my story. I was like, can I do my science homework? And he's like, no. if you do my class, you do my work. I'm like, brah, it's photography. You're the cool teacher. What are you talking about? What work? And he's like, figure something out. Like, this is the video course. Make a video. And literally made my first video right there with my phone. I had 3 of my friends. One of them is Pona Bukowski, who's like my friend since like baby days, like bike riding kind around Kaloa Town. And I think he did a backflip off a wall. And then I had a couple friends like play with a plant or something or do something weird. And I just like clipped it all up, clip it. And then
hashtag clip it.
hashtag clip it. And then that was like my first little edit. And I was like, oh, that was fun. And I just kept doing it. I liked pairing things to music. I liked being able to create something. I thought that was fun. I've always had like a little bit of a creative bug. Like when I was a kid, I wanted to like write comic books. Like my mom is a painter. I liked painting. Like I liked creative things. So I think I had that in me. And so to have an outlet and then actually for that fit my other side of my personality, which was super high energy. Like I could keep moving and just do fun shit that I like to do. Worked really well for me. And then summer came around. I bought a GoPro because we were going to go, me and all my friends were getting in kayaks. We're going down the Nepali. We're going to Camp Kalawao. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get a GoPro because can't bring my phone in there really.
And you got $400 saved up from mangoes at 8 years old.
Clip it. And then, what's funny? I bought my first camera in 5th grade with a shoebox that had my mango money and silver dollars from when I lost my teeth. Swear to God. Yeah.
Oh, like from the tooth fairy.
Yeah, from the tooth fairy. You get under the pillow.
I thought you were selling your free tooth or something.
No. But back to where we're at in the story. Make those videos of us just having a good time in Kalawao, like playing, fishing, hiking, whatever, kayaking. Had a bunch of fun with that. And then I got that first job that we talked about. Once I saw money, I was like, okay, cool. One more thing I'd like to say here. Throughout high school, I never had a thing. I never had something, like I said in the beginning, I got good grades in case I needed them. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know who I was going to be. Nothing ever called to me. I was never particularly good at anything. And I would pray through. I can remember so clearly. And I don't think praying is I don't think it matters if you pray or meditate or whatever. I think it's important that you put out what you want to the universe. And whether you believe in the universe conspiring in your favor or not, you putting that out every day is enough energy to be putting towards what you want. Just by going like, okay, what do I want? Just by asking that question on a daily basis, That's why I found something. That's what I think. I think I picked up a lot of things. I tried a lot of things. But the fact that I kept asking that question continuously, it left my mind in that place so that when something came, I was open to it. And I was like, oh, this could be that thing. Yeah. And then when I saw money, I was ready to hustle for it. So I worked on that. Once I made money, I bought bigger cameras. I kept going. I had like a really nice little career set for a second where I was making a really good amount of money filming the interior of houses. Kukuyula, like rich people houses, like country club kind of stuff. That was my first like big client where I was like, oh, okay, this is a career. I can make money doing this. Like nothing crazy, but I saw money, like actual money. And this was another interesting pivot that I learned. Always follow the passion. Don't follow the money. It's not gonna lead to more money. If you can figure out how to make money what you're passionate about, even if it doesn't financially work out for you, you're still gonna be doing what you love. But it's the only chance you're gonna have at making real money, I think. Because if you don't love it, you're not gonna get to that tier. There's always gonna be people that are on fire in that little niche. And if you're not one of those people, you're not gonna be making that big money. So, because I always hear that, so I want to clarify, because people think like it's either love or the money. It's like, no, the love equals the money. You just got to figure out how to make it work. So I had this little career path going for me of just like on Kauai, real estate filming. Like I could see it.
And this is right after high school?
Yeah, maybe a year in at this point.
What year was that?
I think I graduated in 13.
13.
Might have been 14.
So about 2 years into Instagram.
Yeah.
So Instagram's pretty new.
Pretty new. I didn't have a following yet.
Yeah, about 6 years into YouTube, 7 years into YouTube. Okay. Just trying to get some context.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's good context. You know what else is funny? I was the last person out of anyone I knew to have an Instagram. Like my parents had Instagram before I did.
When did you start your YouTube?
When I started making longer form videos that I needed to put them somewhere so I could share them with people.
Okay.
Anyway, but I think I maybe started the YouTube in 2016.
Oh, okay.
I think. Maybe before that. But whatever. No, 2016 sounds right. But so that's where the career is going. I abandoned that. Because I started to not like having a camera. I started to not like holding it. I started to not like shooting. I started to not want to film. Like before that, I wanted to pick a camera up every day. I wanted to shoot everything I saw. I like the light is coming in here. This is happening over here. I was excited. And I was trading that excitement for money. And I was like, nope. I've been waiting my whole life to have something that I'm good at. I'm not just going to trade it for money. I'm going to take it this way. And just keep my eyes open for opportunities. Opportunities came. I ended up working for influencers. I accumulated a bit of a following. That was another thing I started doing. I started really hustling Instagram. I saw the value in having an audience. I was never like crazy in love with it. Well, no, you know, I was. At one point, I was super down to just like, I liked getting likes. I liked getting the numbers up. Like I liked the attention. It was fun. Obviously that like, I got burnt out of that at some point, but I was racking those numbers up. More jobs started coming in. More opportunities started coming in. I started working for influencers. When I did that, they were making like 10 times the amount of money I was making from being in front of the camera. And I was doing all the work. I have to edit. They can go party. I'm like, this is shot. This is not the gig.
That's a good point, yeah.
And I was like,
they're just the talent showing up.
They're just the talent. And I was like, that's where all the money is, because a camera can be replaced, generally, not you, Jordan. Go ahead, babe. But a face can't.
Yeah.
Like, who did we just reference? Rocket, the awesome Hawaii talent, biggest talent in Hawaii, 100%.
Oh, Brett Minrock.
Brett.
Yeah.
Never met him. Started following him recently. Super love following him.
Yeah.
Can never be replaced. He is who he is. He, she, they. They're them. He's her. He's killing it.
I follow. That whole sentence was just so confusing.
Don't clip it. They're them. We don't know how to do this yet. We have to have Brent on. You have had Brent on. You should have already had this conversation.
I've had him on, but we didn't talk about this.
Okay.
But, yeah.
But anyway, can't be replaced. Impeccable talent can't be replaced. So I saw that kind of thing, and that excited me, and I wanted to go after that. And so I just flipped the camera around. Boom. Okay. All of a sudden, the camera's pointed this way. Tried to get comfortable in being in front. I did get comfortable. I became a quote unquote influencer, and I had a lot of fun with it for a little bit. But what was happening was I was traveling the world with that platform. Like, I was getting jobs everywhere, and I was completely changing as a person. Like, from everyone I was meeting, everything I was experiencing, and my Instagram didn't reflect that at all. And so I started to feel like I just got over that whole everything's about me kind of mentality. Not saying all influencers are like that, but genuinely, yes. And even if their mentality isn't like that, that's what they're feeding on Instagram or TikTok, whatever, because that's what their audience wants to see. They want more of that.
Yeah, I think there's a slight hint of narcissism at the very least to be doing what we're doing.
100%.
Even if we want to deny it.
100%.
Yeah.
You have to feel like you have a story worth telling, or there's something about you special and it needs to be seen, which I think everyone should have that amount of narcissism. I think that's important. You should have that. Another word for that would just be like self-belief, or just thinking you're cool,
confidence,
and like having befriending yourself and just be like, dude, I'm a cool guy. I'd hang out with me. You know what I mean?
I love that.
So, you know the kind?
Yeah.
Clip it. We should put a mic on Jordan just so that everyone knows my jokes are hitting. At least with Jordan,
because we can't. Yeah. Or I'll say out loud, chuckle. Jordan.
Yeah,
chuckle.
just put it in.
Jordan chuckle.
Yeah. But anyway, I got sick of creating content that was just always talking about myself. I just didn't want to do it anymore. I lost interest. And what was happening to me, I was changing because of these experiences that I was having. So I wanted to start sharing these experiences, mostly thinking about my friends back home. I was like, wow, I'm super blessed to be put in these scenarios. I want to create content that people can watch and feel like they got the same thing I got out of. It just seemed like everywhere I was going, I was being given this gift, and I was like, I got to pay it forward. Like, it's bigger than just me. I'm not the only one that's supposed to see this. Like, I want everyone to feel this. Because everywhere I went, every country, every person, it was changing who I was. So I think that's where I fell in love with telling stories. And that's what I do now. Now I am an influencer. I am all these things, whatever you want to call me, whatever you want to say, I'm that.
Sam of all trades.
Sam of all trades. But I'm also a 5-time Emmy winning storyteller. Tell him, Jordan. Clip it.
I love that. Your story is so interesting to me, and then the career path. A lot of times you see people go from in front of the camera to the back. Not so much from in the back to the front. It's just
there's a song in there.
Yeah, to the back, to the front. We'll put it on your next episode of Back to the Wild.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So you fell in love with. I feel like you're smart. You're a smart guy. I can tell you're a smart guy. So it was a lot more strategic than I really loved being in front of the camera, because I felt you had to learn how to. In front of the camera,
100%.
right? So you saw where the trajectory of social media was going, and you know what could pay the bills. So it was a strategic move.
Yeah, like I said, I saw the money. Like
you saw the money.
The person that I was filming was making 10 times more than I was.
Yeah,
that's what I was like, bang.
But then through that, you found out that you actually love doing it.